just do it, man. Just do it, man. Just train, go to the gym, don't make excuses. When we say words like, I just don't have time to go to the gym, what you're saying is I don't have time to love myself. I don't have time to respect myself. I don't have time to be successful. And I don't have time to be happy because I'm so distracted and occupied with the things in life that are absolute bollocks, that do nothing for me but destroy my self-esteem and deteriorate my mental health and all my well-being. That's really what's going on here under the psychology. And what you're also saying as well is, of course, it's fear, anxiety. It's a trick. Anxiety is saying we don't have time to go to the gym. You know why? Because you don't want to go through the suffering to get to the good bits. And that's where you're missing out. No pain, no gain. If you don't work hard, you're not going to get jack shit back. Like I said, man, I'm not into how many times you go gym. Is it once a week, twice, 3? Live in the gym. I live in the gym. When you've got the live in the gym mentality, when you've got the full-time commitment, success comes knocking at your door. You don't have to find success. When you work on the man on the inside, all the things that you're striving and you're afraid and you're desperate to get and you're chasing and they're not coming, they come to you. Love comes desperately to you. Great opportunities, business, relationships, finances, all the above. But you've got to get yourself fit. You've got to change your energy. You've got to smarten up. And you're not going to do that by sitting on your ass reading a book. It takes a lot more than that. A hell of a lot more than that. I've never seen someone break in a sweat reading a book, have you? I've never seen someone read a book and all of a sudden a bag of money come through their window. I've never seen someone read a book and all of a sudden they got a knock on the door and they said hello and their dream wife was there. I mean, anything's possible, but I've never seen it in my time. If any of you have seen that and experienced that, not under the influence of any drugs, let me know in the box below, because I've never seen that. Listen, there's nothing wrong with reading books. The books are great, but it's not good to read books as a replacement and a rationalization and an excuse because you're too afraid to face your fear and face the suffering of emotions, stress, challenge, and discomfort. I love it, man. I love grinding, man. I love working my ass off. And then I like sometimes sitting down and saying, you know what? I think I'm working hard, and I am working hard, but I'm not working hard enough. There's always someone out there that is a much better example. I could be doing more. So could all of you. So today, I come on this video none other than to motivate you and inspire you and to share my story with you. 14 years ago, I couldn't come out of my apartment. I was paralyzed with anxiety, fear, insecurity, low self-esteem, addictions. I heard a message from a man called Les Brown and it inspired me. Beyond my fears and insecurities, I took it upon myself to go out for the next 18 months, and during that time I did what psychologists call exposure therapy. I exposed myself to all the areas of my life which made me afraid, most of which were social situations, first dates, public speaking, job interviews, social meetup groups, public transport, restaurants, starting a business, one-on-ones, groups, all that kind of stuff. I immersed myself in that, and through that process I became more confident, I became less anxious, and my mindset changed. When you put your body through a practical process every day and you're doing those repetitions, the mind starts getting nicer and kinder. And of course, I said it in 2012, I'll say it in 2022. When you enjoy the process, it's just amazing, The enjoyment, the joy far outweighs the pain and the challenge of facing your fears and your responsibilities and getting knocked down and getting back up again. As Les Brown said, you will fail your way to success in anything in life. In most situations, you will not be successful straight away, but that's okay, because you will perfect the method, the strategy. You'll work at it, you'll learn, you grow, you learn to not take failure personal, and you'll make failure work for you rather than against you. You'll make your anxiety work for you rather than against you. All your excuses that are working against you, when you stop making them, those excuses and all that energy that you're building up will work for you. Amen to that. The characteristics that I love in men I admire is You know, we really do respect action. Someone who leads by example. I'm the same, we're all the same. You know, when you see the greats or anybody that you see working hard or being successful, you're like, I want to do that. I want to go to the gym. I want to hit the bag like Manny Pacquiao, or I want to go in the get on the mat and you know and train like Conor McGregor or something close to it. Because we see people taking action. I've never thought, well, I want to be like him and be on the toilet reading a book and talking shit and not living it. I don't want to be like that. There's nothing admirable about that. It's not the truth. Okay then. By the way, guys, don't think, right, when you're coming on this video, because some of you are not going to catch this live, don't think, or think what you want, but don't think, oh, he's just doing 6 minutes. Mate, this is just a clip. I've been in the gym for about 3 hours now. I've already been on the bike. I've done 40 minutes here. I've done an hour on the punch bag. I went into the weight room. I've done weights all over my body, and I'm back on here again. That's why I'm sweating. So this isn't 6 minutes. This is just a 6-minute clip of what has been a 3-hour workout, and I'm going to continue going because I'm full of energy, full of life. As Les Brown said, I gotta hungry. I gotta be hungry. And I'm quite hungry actually. I could eat some chicken and veg, which I will be eating after, or salmon, fish and veg. Get your proteins in, get your veg in, get your water in, healthy stuff. We're making big changes, man. You know what's interesting? A guy said to me the other day, he was being a bit critical, it didn't bother me at all. Oh, you should get more views. So I'm not interested in views, I'm interested in impact. And I know every single video I do is having a massive impact on everybody. Do you know why I know that? Because it's having a big impact on me, and what you give to yourself, you give to others. And I've been seeing the results my clients have been getting. Not to mention that I believe in myself 150%. Otherwise I wouldn't have achieved what I've achieved, and I wouldn't be continuing to achieve. And that's making a big impact on men who are suffering right now of anxiety and self-doubt, and trauma and pain and insecurity and loneliness and isolation. And I'm going to do the best I can to break them out with my story. Give them the inspiration that they need at this exact moment in time, to inspire them, to motivate them, to educate them beyond their fears so they can live their dreams, which they can. Anyone can do it. It's possible for anyone. You can have your own business, you can write your own book, you can be your own boss, you can make as much money as you want, you can have the right relationship, you can travel the world. But you've got to get the basics right first, and the basics are, you've got to leave the house, number one. Dreams become true when you leave the apartment. Every single introvert will totally resonate and understand where I'm coming from, and you guys will get it. Anyway, let's have a good time, that's what we're here to do as well. Really appreciate the support, you guys are wonderful, man. Love it, man. I don't leave the gym, I don't feel right until I'm absolutely soaked to sweat. And I get that from the boxing days, you know, that's what I love about boxing. You never come out of a boxing gym and just be dry, unless you took a shower, you're always soaked. Alright, I'm soaked. Getting leaner and meaner, man. Leaner and meaner. We're getting that double chin off. We're getting the abs back, man. Everybody's got a six-pack underneath the fat. We're going to diet off, we're going to run it off, we're going to train it off, we're going to punch it off, lift it off. Get off me. Please, Lord, get me in shape again like I used to be in my 20s. Okay, so let me show you the timer just so you guys know, right? Because on here it says 9 minutes. Look where it says here. 30 minutes. Okay? And that's only 30 minutes of so far a 3-hour workout. Man, this is probably the best addiction to have. The fitter you get, the more you can train. No one's got any questions. Okay, that's even great. Sometimes it's better nothing said. No one's got any questions, no problem. Silent class, well behaved. I like it. I'm in that state, you know, I'm in the flow state. As Bruce Lee said, it's not me. It's not me doing it. Something's happening automatically. There's just the flow of energy. There's just a focused, lovely flow where I'm not doing it. It's just doing it all by itself. Love Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee was one of my first inspirations. Bruce Lee transformed my life. Bruce Lee, Les Brown, who else is there? Nigel Benn, the boxer, Joe Calzaghe, Ricky Hatton, Lennox Lewis. Who else is there? Rocky Marciano. Hey Lawrence, good to see you, man. Do you like my message? Yeah, many people inspire me. Les Brown, Brian Tracy, Bruce Lee. Feeling good, man. Appreciate it, Lawrence. Looking good, feeling good. Yeah, man. I'm just saying, Lawrence. When us guys get in that flow state, we are unstoppable. No one can stop us. Once we get in that flow state in our business, in our social interactions, in our relationships, especially in our training, that's when without sounding cheesy and corny, that's when we are who we're meant to be. We are ourselves, the best version. And that's when everything flows like water. Like good old Bruce Lee said, you can put water into a teacup, you can put it into a bottle, you can put it into a cup. It adapts. The beauty, the essence, it can be soft or it can crash. Love Bruce Lee, man. I said it the other day on the stream, you've got to pay homage to the mentors who've helped you, man. A lot of people don't do that, man. It's not good manners. People help them, they get what they want, and then they talk bad about them or they don't appreciate them. I always big up everybody who helped me. Floyd, Les Brown, my father, Jeff Thompson, a lot of you guys that follow me. All the greats, all the people that inspired me, whether they inspired me in person or whether they inspired me over YouTube or through a book, I always have that appreciation and gratitude. How do you get into the flow state, Peter? You've got to face the suffering, you've got to face fear, you've got to face the anxiety, and you've got to be practical, and you've got to keep going and pushing through the resistance. That's how you get into the flow state, you know. And you've already asked the right question, which is how do I get there? You have to want it, and that's it. It's not intellectual. Getting into the flow state is not an intellectual thing. It's physiological. It's practical. So you need movement. But at the same time, to contradict what I've said, I do believe if you practice being present, you can get into a flow state when you're sitting and having a coffee. I've done it many times by accident. Sometimes you get there by accident. So that's another big thing you just taught me that I kind of knew, is sometimes you've got to stop forcing it and stop trying, and then it happens. It happens when I work with clients and I'm helping them to speak to women and they're nervous. They're trying too hard, it's not working out, and then they stop trying, they forget, and all of a sudden, boom, it clicks. The conversation goes well, they have a connection, and they go on a date. So as Alan Watts is another one who inspired me, helped me a lot, he's brilliant. Alan Watts says we have to try to not try. We have to stop trying to try. So it's a certain amount of effort, but then you've got to stop trying, and then it works out. That's how you get there. Or if you can't do it on your own, invest your money in my expensive mentorship and I will help you get there. Guys, I said it before, man, I'm easygoing, I do business the right way, I'm an honest person. If you want to work with me, I'm friendly, don't be afraid, send me an email, we'll have a conversation over Zoom. There's no pressure, you're not obligated to work with me and I'm not obligated to take you on. We'll have a conversation, I'll listen to you, and if I can help you and work with you, and if you want to work with me and you like me and you trust me and there's chemistry, we'll work together. If it's not chemistry, we're not going to fall out, we're still going to be good friends. No is a word I can handle very well. You can say no to me. I'm used to hearing the word no every single day. No is no problem for me. I prefer someone to say no, then I haven't got time for bullshit, maybe this, and yes is a word. So I have no fear in failing and you rejecting wanting to work with me, because I'm so confident in what I do. I attract the business anyway. I have many yeses, and this is why I teach my clients to live fearlessly, whatever it may be, whether it's training, whether it's business, relationships, and to be honest and be respectful and be true. And when you apply these principles, success 100% comes knocking on your door, especially when you're in a good state and you're in the flow state. But like I said to a lot of people, people sometimes write to me and say they really want to work me but they can't afford the investment. It's fine. All my teaching is on YouTube for free. It's all out there for free. I don't hide anything. It's all online. The only challenge is, will you do it on your own? You can do it on your own. It's not impossible, but it's not probable that you will make this successful journey without the help of me or a good mentor or any good person that can support you. You know, when I first reached out to my mentor, I was very nervous as well. I was anxious when I reached out to Jeff. I was worried that it was going to be too expensive, that he might not want to work with me, might reject me, or he would accept me. I was afraid. But I sent that first email to Jeff. He was very nice. And I went and did the session with him, paid the money. It was worth every penny. I enjoyed the session. I loved it. I loved Jeff, loved working with him. And it was a few weeks later, I did another session, and I ended up working with Jeff for 3 years. And I think I spent around, what was it, about £18,000, 15,000, I never planned to. It was worth every penny. Jeff changed my life. You know, the value that I got with working with Jeff is far more than the value of, you know, 16 or 18,000 pounds over 3 years. You don't even feel it. Massive amounts of value back. That's the power of investing in the right people. What's happening, Jimmy? God bless you as well. Yeah, just drop me an email, Peter, if you want to have a conversation. Listen, I don't charge people for the conversation. I charge them for the mentorship. So I won't charge you for a half an hour conversation on Zoom. If you want to have a conversation about mentorship, just email me. You know what I'm more excited about? More excited about than making more money, which I am, is the transformation that people are going to make. Not all down to me. I'm not arrogant. I wouldn't take all the credit for it, right? I believe in God. He gives me the strength. I'm just excited to see you guys succeed. Even with the little things. I'm excited to see you start the gym just to be better, you know? I said it on my last live stream. It's not always about the biggest things. It's the small things that make a difference. Awesome, Peter. I look forward to your email. I did reach out to you. I did send you a message on Instagram, but I'm a patient person, so it's okay. Do me a favor, guys, right? If you're getting a lot of value from this talk and inspiration, hit the button. And if you want to do that, share it with a friend. Share it with someone that you know would appreciate it. I appreciate that. Fantastic, man. Praise the Lord, man. Thank you, Jesus, man, for bringing me back from the dead, man. I thought it was over for me in 2000. I honestly thought my life was over in 2017. I seriously sat there and cried. I thought, my wonderful life is over. I'm finished. And then I felt something say, no, it's not over. Your life is not over. You're just going to go through some trials and tribulations and rest, and you're going to be back stronger than ever. Your life's just began. Praise the Lord, man. That's what He done for me, man. Thank God. I wouldn't be here otherwise, man. I got to give praise. I can't be arrogant. I can't not give thanks, man, because I wouldn't be here. And I made a promise, man. I'm a man of my word. I'm not a perfect man, but I am a good man. I said to God, if you help me and you fix me with these mental health issues and you bring me back to what I was normal, I promise God, I will help a lot of people. I'm not saying I'm going to help everyone. I can't do that, but I will help a lot of people. I will be a good person. a lot of people, right? I think I can read a lot of people on this channel. A lot of people wonder, right? And I mean this respectfully, please. You wonder, where do I get the motivation from? How do I do it? How do I find the courage? And the truth be known is faith. The way my father brought me up and my mum, the values. And I suffered when I grew up. I got bullied a lot. I got laughed and teased and put down. And that does create a fire in you. You know, I was talking to a friend today, and he was saying that, you know, there's a lot of people that they didn't have a good start, but they managed to build successful businesses. And people always want to understand how do people do what they do, how do they think. And it's because you get hurt, it creates a fire in you. It creates a will to win. When you've been beaten down so bad in life, I can speak from my experience, something in you won't give up. You know, your mind wants to give up. Your human nature wants to give up. But your heart won't give up. Your spirit, the human spirit. So I was going to give up when I was in hospital. I said, I can't do this. I'm too scared. I'm in pain. I ain't got the strength. But my spirit wouldn't quit. And that's what carried me through. What helped me get over the anger? I'm full of lust, rage. That's a good question. That's a good question with the anger. Just time, man. Time and prayer and faith and love, man. Sounds cheesy, but it's true. Love, patience, good people. And you know, the truth is I still got anger. I'm a man, I'm human. But I've learned to control it. And when I do this training, it takes my anger away. It calms me down, you know. Because I don't want to be an angry person. I was an angry person for many years growing up, obviously. And the anger just eats you at you. So it's learning as a man how to channel your anger into the right direction. So if you channel your anger into business, you can build $1 million business or whatever, or help people. It's just learning. And it's therapy, you know, having therapy. All these things. But it's good that you've asked a question, you know, just the fact that you're asking how to get over the anger, that's a good starting point. You've got to be aware of it, you know, you've got to not be afraid, which you're not. Well done. But Bruce Lee said something quite interesting and profound. Bruce Lee said, whatever motivates you, and Bruce Lee was very angry, a lot of anger. Look, you don't want to take the anger out on people, that's not good, because you don't want to end up in prison or ruining your life or someone else's. You channel the anger as passion. I turn the anger into passion, you know? And that's where a lot of my strength comes from, I guess. What you said is the hurt and the anger that I went through as a kid. Yeah, man. But I know it sounds cheesy, man, and I'm going to say it because it's the truth. Love heals anger. You know, when you've got a loving relationship with another person, you know, with a woman you're in love, or your family, or your friends, love conquers all, man. Love conquers all fear. I'm not saying it's easy to get to love. It's not easy. We all struggle with it as humans. But struggle we may, we got to continue. And thank God, God loved me, and I found the love in myself through relentless, man. Not going to give up, as I said. Going through stuff humbles you. But listen, the journey's not over for me, it's just begun. So I'm still a work in progress, guys. I make no qualms about that. I'm not perfect, I'm not claiming to be. But I'm doing pretty good. I'm pretty proud of what I'm doing so far. I'm changing lives, and I'm working on myself every single day. It's a daily fight, and it's a fight worth fighting. And it's a fight that although I'm scared sometimes, like everybody else is, I'm fearless. I approach it with courage, with faith every day. How you doing, Alex? If you're enjoying this live stream, I appreciate it. Hit that like button, share it with a friend, subscribe to the channel. My name's Jonathan, I'm a confidence coach. I've been teaching for 11 and a half years now, and I'm passionate. I love helping in this area, and it really, really challenges me because I'm not naturally an extroverted person. I'm naturally an introvert, and but I love the challenge of it. I appreciate that here. Yeah, I want to shift some weight, some pounds. I'm getting in shape. This is great. Wow, 46 minutes. Look at that, guys. Almost 500 calories burned. And as I said to you guys, I've been in for about 3 hours today. I've been on the bag, weights. So here we go. Now, I am determined to impact as many gentlemen on this channel as I can possibly. Spread the word, man. Let's get the word out there. Let's get men who are struggling with anxiety to face that challenge and be great, you know? You don't have to be great to get started, but you've got to get started to become great. Great words from the Les Brown. I love his stuff. Life will knock you down. So make sure you land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. You've got greatness in you. Every single day I practice those affirmations. And the more you say that, the more you start believing it. And you receive it and you practice it. We are what we tell ourselves. We are what we tell ourselves on a consistent basis. So check in once in a while and be very conscious and aware of what you're telling yourself, because what you tell yourself regularly is what you will become. So I always tell my clients positive affirmations. It's not fake, it's not kissing ass, I don't do that. That's not the sort of man I am. It's stuff that's true. And I say to them, you're great, man. You're fucking brave, man. You're very brave. What you're doing, most men wouldn't do. 100%, man. 100%. Listen, lately people have been asking me, it's very flattering, Jonathan, how you're so positive. You're such a positive person. I've never met anyone like. It's because I was so negative to begin with. I could only be this positive because I've been in some of the darkest places, no darker than any of the places you guys have been. I've been in the depths of darkness and hell, believe me. I've been negative, I've been angry, I've been jealous and pessimistic and upset and hurt. And I come out of that place thanks to the good Lord and hard work and great men who have helped me. I couldn't do it on my own. Whew. I'm breaking a sweat, I'm hungry. We are exercising and talking. Yeah, man, listen to the greats, man. The successful people leave cues. But don't forget, this is very important. Don't idolize anybody. Don't idolize me or any man. Learn, take what you can take and see the greatness in you, because I don't see myself as less than anybody. I don't see myself better than anyone. I see myself on the same level, and I try my best to treat everyone the same that I interact with, how I want to be treated. So don't ever devalue yourself, because if you leave it to other people to put a label on you, unfortunately most people won't value you if you don't value yourself. So make sure you value you. Make sure when you're being inspired by someone, whoever it is, whether it's me or whoever, that you are also saying, I'm an inspiration to yourself, because you are. You know, most people get addicted to gurus. They live vicariously through other people. Don't do that. That's a trap, man. I don't want you to do that. I don't want that. That doesn't make me feel good. It doesn't make me feel good for people to put themselves below me or think I'm not better than anyone, believe me. I'm a guy who grew up I grew up poor. I didn't have an education, I got bullied, I got put down, I got judged, but I never quit, man. I had a fire in me, I had a will to win. I always believed in myself, even when I didn't. I had low self-esteem, but I was a council estate kid with a dream. I had a lot of confidence within me under the fears and insecurities and the shyness. I had a fire in me, I had a passion in me. And I just wouldn't quit, man. As my American brothers and sisters say in the boxing world, which is cheesy, but I do like it, it was the dog in me, man. You know, it's not about the size of the man, it's about the fight, it's about the dog in the man, the fight in the man. I never stopped fighting, man. Even when I was broke, even when I had no money and I couldn't get on the bus and I had to walk for hours and hours with blisters on my feet, and I had to borrow money from my nan, £5 to eat. I was broke, I was embarrassed. I still believed in myself. I knew one day that I'm going to be wealthy. I'm going to be wealthy, I'm not going to be arrogant, I'm going to change people's lives, I'm going to live an amazing life, I'm going to be confident. I'm going to help my family financially, my mum and my dad. I'm going to inspire people. I always believed it. Even when I was on benefits, I was broke, everyone was taking the piss out of me. I never stopped believing in myself. So yeah, man, that's my story, man. That's my story, and as my good mentor Les Brown says, I'm sticking to it because it's the truth, and it's nothing but the truth. And it feels good to say it, man. It feels very good to say it, man. It's taken me pretty much all my life to have the courage to tell my story and be honest about the bumps and the bruises and the things that happened to me, the failures. And to have the courage to talk about my successes. I was afraid to do that as well at a certain point. Yeah, man. It's not about where you started or where you grew up or what happened to you. It's about where you're going and where you want to go, you know? That's the Rocky story. Never fucking doubt the underdog, man. Never ever doubt the underdog. That's the biggest mistake people make. And history shows that, and we don't learn from that. We love judging the underdog. We love to stereotype him. But we don't realize that every time we judge him and we stereotype him, we just ignite the fire in him and he just works harder. And we see that story of people like Conor McGregor with Mayweather, with Rocky. And I'm not bigging myself up, but we see that story of me. I was the underdog. Look at my life now. I'm living my dreams. I'm living my purpose. Every single day I'm living my purpose. So I know everyone on this channel is an underdog. I'm not stupid, I know that. My story is to tell them it's possible for them. They can change their life around, they can turn it around. And they don't have to take my coaching to do that. They don't have to spend any money to do that. But what they do need to spend is, they need to stop being a fucking coward. They need to get off their ass and they need to work very hard and take action. And they need to make discomfort their new home. Because most people's home is comfortable, as David Goggins says. We love comfort. We love the mother's hug, the mother's blanket, which feels good, and I love it too from time to time. It's a nice warm feeling, but it's not good if we're there all the time. We need the father. We need some tough love. We need to get our whistles wet. We need to toughen up. We need to get in the fire. We need to get in the arena, and we got to work hard and go in the trenches. And that's where all greatness is achieved. Whew. I'm out of breath, man. Give me a round of applause. Whew. Look at this, 500 calories, 53 minutes. We've done 2.5 hours. Whew. I just want to get some protein and Vegemite and water. I'm hungry, man. I'm hungry to make you guys hungry. Whew. Hard to believe it, man. Even my mum can't believe it when she sees the way I am now. I was the kid that sat at the back of the classroom. I used to put my head down like that at class. That's how shy I was. I used to hide from people like that. I didn't want to be seen or heard. So I was so ashamed. I was so embarrassed about who I was. Now look at me. I don't shut up. I can speak for England and Ireland, and Europe and Asia and the world. Because I was born to do this. And I know 100%, every single one of you, even though you might not believe me, right? You're not going to believe me. A lot of you are not going to believe me. You're going to think, what's he selling here? Every single one of you was born to do something great. You wouldn't be on my YouTube channel. We wouldn't have met if it wasn't the case. Oh boy, this is therapy, man. We're going to get those demons out together. Whew. Man, I'm hungry, as Les Brown said. You got to be hungry. Oh boy. Oh man. That's it, man. Thank you guys, man. Thank you for the support, man. You guys are wonderful, man. Oh man. Thanks to the Lord, man. Whew. I'm gonna go and relax. Oh, what a workout. What a workout, man. We did it. Yeah, man. Appreciate it, guys.